Yes, yes, yes. We back again with some more JCS.
JCS. Y'all wanted it. Here it is.
And here it is. Well, this is the case of the bizarre case of Stephen McDaniel.
Stephen McDaniel. You heard of this one?
Yeah. Well, we never really heard of any of the cases that we react to, so.
No.
But I guess somebody in the comment section wanted to do this one, so.
We're going to get to these JCS. Any videos y'all put down, we'll get to them. Just be patient with us, y'all. Throw a thumbs up. Let's get it.
When forensic health professionals evaluate stalking, 4 essential items are taken into consideration. The nature of the relationship between the stalker and the victim, the stalker's motivations, the psychological, psychopathological, and social realities of the stalker, and the psychological and social vulnerabilities of the victim. The subject of this episode is 25-year-old Stephen McDaniel, and to gain a deeper understanding of the foregoing components, we have to extract certain elements through the knowledge of hindsight. The evolution of technology over the past 2 decades has made forensic investigations considerably more efficient. 2 of the items on this list can now be examined through a single component, which would otherwise take forensics weeks or even months to conduct in a previous era. And that component is the internet, or more specifically, internet search history. The disclosure of web browser data is often a crucial piece of evidence for building a case, as it can unveil many aspects of a suspect's personality that would otherwise be kept hidden. And this is sometimes far more effective than anything else presented in court, including information extracted during a full confession. Without going into specific detail, a large majority of the subject's time was spent watching porn that surrounded the theme of violence and torture. He would also conduct back-to-back searches of how to commit sexual assault, and would type in several variations of the phrase, how to molest sleeping girl. To forensics, this is an overt sign of desensitization to sexual activity. Excessive exposure to online pornography can have this effect over time. It can build up a tolerance to the traditional idea of sex, therefore the subject may continue a more potent form of stimulant to get the same rush. For Stephen McDaniel, this began with watching abstract material on the internet and eventually led him to planning and then carrying out what he saw on screen. His target was 24-year-old Lauren Giddings, his next-door neighbor of 3 years. And this takes us to item 4 of the forensic checklist. With respect to social vulnerabilities, the victim essentially had none. Lauren was outgoing and extremely popular. She was a well-liked member of her community and had a strong social support system. With relation to psychological vulnerabilities, the term perceptual naivety would potentially come to light during a forensic investigation. Stephen had asked her out on a date within 6 months of their acquaintance, which was reportedly only the second time they had ever spoke. Lauren declined, but stated she would like to remain friends, which was only her being courteous and trying to soften the blow of rejection. She would later tell her actual friends that Stephen made her feel extremely uneasy and was uncomfortable to be around. It may have seemed like a non-essential observation at the time, but in hindsight, it appears that her instinctive senses were trying to tell her something. Lauren had told her friends multiple times that she felt someone had been inside her apartment, and she also started getting an eerie vibe when she came back alone, especially late at night. It was as though she could sense something wasn't right, and she even thought about moving multiple times, but unfortunately never went through with it. The reality was that Stephen McDaniel had stolen a master's key from a security guard and let himself into her apartment and looked around on several occasions. He also started filming her when she would leave and return to her apartment during all hours of the day.
That gut instinct was 100% correct.
Correct.
She was getting feelings and everything. He was telling
That's
her
her
what
intuition.
It was. Yeah.
I say women got that intuition,
Yeah, you gotta
and
pay
I
attention.
feel like when that intuition tell you, that gut feeling tell you something, I feel like you should act on it.
Oh, yeah.
I know sometimes when I get like
I do
intuitions,
now,
I
yeah.
know sometimes I don't act on it because I'm like, maybe I'm just tripping or losing my mind. I don't know, but
You gotta go with it sometimes,
Yeah.
but well, a lot of the times you gotta go with it.
right.
So,
He also started filming her when she would leave and return to her apartment during all hours of the day. Had Lauren been in this situation before, or even knew anyone that had, she may have trusted her intuition and unknowingly saved herself from a tragic fate. But that's the key word: trust. She had no proof of the danger she was in, only conviction, which unfortunately wasn't strong enough when it was most needed. Stephen McDaniel snuck into Lauren's apartment once more, only this time she was sleeping inside. As he crept into her bedroom, she awoke and immediately panicked once she saw the intruder. McDaniel then pounced on top of her and proceeded to strangle her for roughly 15 minutes. Lauren put up a courageous fight and clawed at her attacker's face and chest, but she was eventually overpowered and died of asphyxiation. After the murder, Stephen dismembered Lauren's body in the bathtub with a hacksaw. He cut his victim into 5 pieces, placed each piece in a trash bag, and then disposed of each of them in separate trash cans around campus. 3 days later, Lauren's concerned friends would arrive at her apartment and let themselves in with a spare key. McDaniel would notice from his window and invited himself inside as he offered to help. All of her belongings were still inside, including her cell phone, driver's license, and passport. A missing persons report was filed that night. A search party commenced the next morning, and police would discover the victim's torso at 9:40 a.m. It was placed in a trash can next to the apartment complex. The rest of the victim's remains were never recovered. The investigation was then switched from a missing person to murder. Police canvassed the surrounding area and began conducting interviews with neighbors and classmates, one of whom was Stephen McDaniel. But he was first interviewed by the local news, and at the time was unaware that part of the victim's remains had been discovered.
We're just trying to find out where she is at this point. I mean, no one has seen her since Saturday. I mean, the last time anyone heard from her was an email that she sent out, and no one's heard from her since.
What kind of person
He's the
was
type
she?
of person that steals something and then trying to help you look for
Help
it.
you find it.
Help you find it. Like, oh,
Thank
I'll help you. And man,
Like he went over there.
like he went over there, did what he did. Now you helping, trying to look for her and stuff like that. And now you on the news.
Make it make sense.
Sick.
That she sent out, and no one's heard from her since.
What kind of person was she? I mean, what did you see?
I mean, she's as nice as can be. I mean, very personable, very much a people person.
Do you know anybody any enemies she might have had? Somebody that might want to hurt her?
No, I mean, we just don't know where she is. I mean,
What about in the
watch people.
the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of. I think that's where they had recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Ollie?
Had you seen anything there? Had you
Boy,
seen
he's a
anything
good
there?
actor.
I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So that's why we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there.
Wow.
Are you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
Damn.
This is most likely a genuine reaction disguised as another. He is most likely feeling a sense of fear and shock over the fact a substantial piece of evidence has been discovered. Yet he plays it off as a feeling of sorrow over the loss of his supposed
Yeah.
friend.
I don't know anyone that would want to hurt her. She was as nice a person as there is.
Was she moving soon? Did you know anything about her?
Yeah, she was going to be moving out today. Why would anyone do this? Maybe I could have felt it.
Ask yourself.
I mean, they went in, we looked around the place, no sign of a struggle, no sign that anyone had broken in, just nothing.
He was interviewed by police at 11:50 a.m. and offered to help in any way he could, yet came across as fidgety and apprehensive the entire time. There were 2 highlighted moments of the interview. The first was when Stephen asserted that he was a virgin, saving himself for marriage. The second was when the detective discovered scratch marks on his face and stomach, which he asserted were done by himself in his sleep. He at that point unknowingly became the prime suspect and was asked if police could search his apartment. Stephen reluctantly accepted and was then transported back to the complex with 4 other investigators. While searching his apartment, they discovered a collection of swords, guns, toilet rolls, stockpiled provisions as if he was expecting an apocalyptic event, and a mask made out of women's underwear. The most significant discovery, however, was a pack of condoms. Stephen was asked why he would have such an item in his possession if he was staying celibate before marriage, at which point he miraculously confessed to stealing them from another apartment. This gave the detectives probable cause for arrest, and Stephen was placed in handcuffs and brought back to the police station. His interrogation began just after 11 p.m.
All right, brother. All right, brother. All right. I just gotta ask you a few
Like a
questions.
robot.
You came down earlier tonight, me and you talked.
Hey,
all right?
sitting there like a robot.
You don't have
like,
any weapons on you, do you?
like this.
That's just you are. What's wrong? You know Detective Patterson, right?
Yes.
Do you remember? Put your hands up here. You remember us talking earlier tonight? Right?
Yes.
You remember me earlier in the day?
Yes.
When we came down here and talked a little bit and then we left?
Yes.
Okay.
The monotone dialogue and lifeless demeanor you see here reportedly started on the drive back to the police station, and the suspect's conduct throughout the entire procedure is not only mystifying, but almost impressive. This is one of the most extraordinary pieces of interrogation footage to ever reach the public domain.
I need to know about this girl right here. You know her?
Yes.
Who is that?
Lauren Giddings.
Does she live next door to you?
Yes.
When's the last time you seen her?
2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay. Was you friends with Laura?
Yes.
Look at me and talk to me, son. Okay?
The suspect has morphed himself into this abnormal and extremely creepy character.
Right.
Whether it's a strategy or some sort of mental breakdown is unclear. But what's incredible is that it somewhat dictates the pace of the interrogation. The detective has just closed the distance and commanded eye contact, both of which are recognized techniques to increase psychological pressure. Yet the absurdly haunting manner in which the suspect turns his head and fixes his gaze unnerves the detective to the point where he becomes the one to look away and reset his posture.
Damn.
This essentially never happens in interrogations, as it can give the suspect an incredible boost in confidence.
Look at me and talk to me, son. Okay? Was you friends with her?
Yes.
Close friends?
We were good.
I mean, y'all were friends, right? Both of y'all are law students. You're studying to be an attorney, right?
Yes.
What kind of law do you want to go into? Criminal law?
Yes.
Civil? Is that what you want to do for a living?
Yes.
Okay.
The detective steps back from his initially aggressive strategy. He asks trivial questions for 35 seconds before attempting to ramp up the pressure in a more subtle manner.
And you've lived next to Lauren for a long time?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know where she's at tonight?
No.
Hmm?
No.
Have you ever seen her with that dress on?
No.
Well,
You have no idea where she's at?
No.
What? Is he acting
Yes.
or what?
Right.
Look, just tell me what happened, brother.
I don't know.
Well, where's she at? I'm asking you for your help. I'm a detective, and I'm asking you for your help. Can you help me?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Exactly.
You can't help a friend out?
I don't know what you need.
I need to know where Lauren's at.
I don't know.
Do you even care that no one can find her?
Yes.
Yeah, like he had
I mean,
just
I don't
turned into
know,
a
do
whole
you?
other being
Yes.
or something.
I don't know if
What's
he's
up with the pair of
acting
underwear
or
that
if
was in
he.
your
That's why I
phone?
say it's something
Yeah.
more for real.
That was like a mask.
Breakdown.
It was cut out like a mask, dude. You cut underwear out that looked like a mask?
No.
It was found
Are
in
you
your
a knife
apartment.
collector or a knife person, or
No.
you just like knives?
I used to collect swords.
I mean, do you know your swords? I mean, to
Yes.
sell and trade swords?
No.
Is that how Lauren looked with the long hair the last time you seen her?
Yes.
Or did she cut? That's how she looks.
Yes.
I mean, earlier today, me and you sit here and talk normal. What's going on with you now? Why are you acting like this? I need to know. Why all of a sudden you're acting like this?
Trying to put on the front or something.
Yeah,
like,
like what's
I
that's
don't understand.
Okay.
oh,
Earlier
God.
today, we
No.
sat here and talked.
Quit the act.
real.
But now you're acting like you don't know what's going on.
Like he just in another world.
I mean, did something happen or something to you? I mean, why are you shutting down? Why are you not talking to me?
I don't know.
You don't know? Are you scared?
No.
I mean, you're not scared, are you?
No.
Stephen's demeanor doesn't waver for the first 20 minutes, so the detective eventually takes a more distinctly aggressive approach. He attacks the subject's character to see if it might coax him out of the act and into defending his dignity.
You got your ass on that fucking news and stood out there and gave a media
Lied.
report that
Right.
her mother saw about her missing daughter. And you want me to sit there and tell them that you don't know? Is that what you want me to tell them?
Get him, detective. Let's go.
Because you're all over the news.
Get him.
You sure stood out there and ran your mouth to the news media.
Sure
And now you're
did.
going to get out here and
Get
you
on
don't
quiet.
fucking know.
And act like a
Don't
damn
know nothing.
robot.
You know. You're just a sorry piece of shit
Let him know.
that don't give a fuck. Right?
No.
Well, why'd you tell the media everything? Do you need to see what you told the media today? It was on the 11 o'clock news. Well, I'm asking you. Tell me. I want to know.
I don't know where she is.
That ain't what you told the media. You didn't stand in front of that camera and say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Exactly. You would stand like a robot
No.
and
Now you all.
trying to intimidate somebody. Please.
I need you to tell me what you want me to tell her mother. And then I won't ask you another thing. I'm not going to tell her mother that you don't know. Because her mother saw you on the news
You know.
tonight. And she cried all the way down to Macon. Because you had the balls to get on the news and tell everybody everything. So this little act that you're doing right now ain't working with me. Okay? So you can just snap out of it and tell me what the hell happened. So we can move on.
I don't know.
Well,
All right.
I'm gonna say I don't know. Huh? How many times you gonna say it?
Get him, detective.
If you did something that you regret, you just let me know.
I didn't.
No.
Well, who did?
I don't know.
Whether it was planned
He
or
ain't getting
not,
nowhere
the
with
second detective enters the room with a similar strategy of immediate aggression. Rapport development seems to have been collectively thrown by the wayside.
What's up, buddy? Did you talk to him about his guns?
Yeah.
When was the last time you shot those guns?
I haven't.
You've never shot a gun?
No.
Have you ever shot any gun in your whole life?
No.
Never.
No.
So you bought 3 guns that you've never shot.
Yes.
Why?
To have.
For what?
He done that laugh.
To have.
For what? I'm asking for what? Why do you want to have them? What makes, did they give you, I mean, tell me why it's important to you to have 3 guns.
He was planning on doing something.
Yeah, he about to go crazy.
That's an easy question. Come on, talk to me, buddy. Me and you talked all day today. We ain't had a problem communicating. Why is it important for you to have 3 guns?
Crazy.
Do you not know?
Boy.
No.
You say you don't know where Lauren is, right?
Right.
You said you told me earlier you and Lauren were friends, right?
Yes.
How would you describe y'all's relationship?
She was my friend.
She was your friend.
Well, okay.
Did you ever do things for her? Did she ever do things for you? What did she ever do for you?
We talked.
We talked. What y'all talk about?
News.
The news. Okay. How many times have you been in her apartment with her hanging out?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Boy, he aggravates you with that.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to guess, what would you, I mean, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times what?
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2? See, if I had only been somewhere twice, I could remember that. If I had been there over 50 times and you asked me how many times I've been like, I don't know, a lot. But the fact that you've only been there twice, when I say how many times you've been there, you say you don't know, that's just odd to me. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
That does make sense. So what I'm saying right now makes sense.
No.
Oh God.
Oy.
He doing that on purpose.
Yeah, he is not acting.
Lauren's missing. This pretty little girl right here, your neighbor, she's missing.
Much like Detective 1, Detective 2 now valiantly moves in for the psychological charge. He closes the distance and locks eye contact. His physical demeanor, alongside a prolonged gaze, will hopefully crack the suspect's fortified barrier. Once broken, the momentum will commence and the suspect will be more likely to divulge incriminating information. All the detective has to do is maintain eye contact for longer than his adversary. It's a psychological battle of attrition between two opposing forces, and these moments can sometimes last for minutes on end.
I know.
Me and you both know it's no different than when you was a little kid, right? And you reached in that cookie jar and you got caught after your mama told you not to get that
You
cookie.
took him back there.
Well, did you get a cookie? No. And whenever you tell a lie, you feel bad about it right then. One, with every lie, there's a chance you're going to get caught. And that weighs on you. Because you know you did something bad. Am I right?
I didn't do it.
You didn't take the cookie?
No.
You smell like you've been cleaning up, like you've been using cleaner to clean up. I know what that smells like. My wife smells like that all the time when she cleans that house. You've been using some kind of cleaner to clean up your apartment, hadn't you?
No.
Stephen, you telling me you live like a maid? How does your apartment get cleaned?
I cleaned it.
When was the last time you cleaned it, Stephen?
I don't remember.
Was it this week?
No.
You mean you go a whole week without cleaning?
Yes.
Why? That's horrible, Stephen.
Steven.
I don't know how else to
Dick
say
right in
that,
the face.
Stephen.
Knock
Let me
him.
tell you what I think. I think that she was a friend of yours. Look at her right here. I think that she was a friend of yours. And I think something happened, Stephen. You used to watch her come in and out of her apartment, didn't you?
No.
Weird, bro. Like we always tell y'all too and everything, man. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to your neighbors. Don't just think everything is all peaches and cream because nothing happened in your area or whatnot. Just pay attention because there's always somebody watching. Always.
And it's scary because you just never know
You
who's
just never
watching
know
you. It's
you-
like, God.
Somebody watching you all the time.
We're just talking. See that pretty girl right there?
Yes.
You telling me you looked at a pretty girl like that, you never once thought, ever, man, she looks good. You never thought that?
I don't understand.
Boy, you want to hit him.
What do you mean you don't understand? You know how when you sit there and you see a girl walking down the road, then you say, man, that girl looks good. You ever see a good looking girl and you think to yourself, man, that girl looks good?
Yes.
You never thought that about her?
Yes.
So you mean to tell me you look at porn on the internet and get off to that, but you never looked at her and said, man, I wonder what it'd be like to have sex with her?
Yes.
You have?
Oh, shit.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, you messing up now, ain't it?
Stephen, this is hard, buddy. I know this is hard. And I can tell it's on you. You want to let it go. There's blood in your apartment,
Just
Stephen.
let it go,
You
Steve.
didn't get it all up.
This is the
Hey.
widely recognized futility technique, which is used to make the subject believe it is useless to resist due to the overwhelming evidence against them. It's most effective when the interrogator can play on doubts that already exist in the subject's mind. The only problem here is that Stephen didn't dismember Lauren inside his apartment. It all happened in Lauren's apartment, so the detective's bluff is already called at this point.
It didn't all come off. You scrubbed and you wiped. But we can tell that. Don't you watch CSI? Yeah, we know it.
They know.
Let's see
Looking
what he
crazy
said.
now. Looking
Yeah.
fool a little bit.
Steven, why is there blood in your bathroom?
The detective now completely shifts his strategy from confrontational and aggressive to sympathetic and understanding. He attempts to create a connection and then affords Stephen a more socially acceptable reason for the crime. This is extremely difficult to pull off after a direct confrontation, as there is no established rapport nor trust. The usual routine is the exact opposite. You would first build rapport and then get aggressive once a connection has been attained.
I wanted to give you an opportunity to tell it. I wanted to be here with you to go through that process because I know you're not a monster, man. I know you're not a bad guy. You're just a hard-working student trying to pass a bar exam, ain't you? You ain't got a lot of support from your family, do you?
Yes.
You do?
The strategy fails at the first hurdle. Stephen immediately shuts down the afforded sympathy and reasoning behind the alleged crime, which was the concept of unsupportive parents. But the detective now attempts to roll with it.
A lot of people can't say that. And the fact that you do have support from your family should make things easier. Because your family wants to feel like they've raised somebody that tells the truth and is honest, right?
Yes.
Did you hurt that girl, Stephen?
No.
Have you ever hurt anyone, Stephen?
No.
You've never hurt anyone.
No.
I've hurt people, Stephen. I've made mistakes in my life. It's not even normal to say you've never hurt anybody. Sometimes people get mad and they say things they don't mean to say. It hurts. You never kicked a dog or a cat?
The lead detective then asks non-confrontational questions for almost 30 minutes, which is most likely to see if it will change the suspect's demeanor and the manner in which he responds. But it doesn't. Stephen maintains the same lifeless disposition which he has now kept up for almost 90 minutes.
You know what's crazy? I was talking to people that he works with and everything. They talk about how he's always expresses himself.
He don't know.
He's very talkative.
just-
They say you're so
He's
talkative.
just putting on the
bud,
damn act.
that you always so friendly. You stop in and say hello, and you talk. Why is it that you're acting so short with us tonight? If you have all this character and personality
Trying
about
to
you,
act crazy.
why is it that everything that we get from you is yes, no, or I don't know?
Trying to feed insanity.
Why are you acting like this, Stephen? You see how I'm able to talk in complete sentences? Like we're having a conversation, but the only thing you're bringing to the table is a yes, no, or I don't know. Stephen, did you hurt that girl?
No.
Would you tell me if you did?
Yes.
Have you lied to me at all in this interview?
No.
Yes, you have, Stephen. When was the last time you did laundry?
A few weeks ago.
You ain't
A
washed
few weeks
clothes in
ago.
a few weeks?
Come on now.
Come on, Steve.
Why?
I have a lot of clothes.
No, you don't. That's another lie. You don't have a lot of clothes.
Yes, I do.
No. You got enough underwear to last you 3 weeks?
Yes.
Do you wear the same pair of underwear more than one day?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's still clean enough to wear.
Where's that little girl, Stephen?
Wow.
I don't know.
Stephen, you know. You're gonna look at this right here, this little girl right here,
Uh-oh.
and you're gonna say you don't know? I know you know.
Look at him trying to act
Yes,
like
you
him.
know. What are you gonna say tomorrow when I say we got your hair? What are you gonna say to me then? Cause you know, like I go like that. Look at my hair. That's how easy it falls out. Look at all that on your head. You don't think none fell out? They did.
As we know, Stephen went inside Lauren's apartment with her friends 3 days after she was already deceased. This would give reason for his DNA being found at the scene, and would essentially nullify its use as damnatory evidence. Stephen, being a law student, would be well aware of this.
We just want to give you an opportunity to tell it. So you didn't look like a monster at the end. Because you know what? I don't believe that you're a monster, Stephen. I believe that you're a good guy. You've been picked on. Girls didn't show you the respect that you deserved. You did something stupid. And I believe you feel bad about it. And that's why you're all freaked out right now.
Get him.
But I'm giving you the opportunity to get right. I'm giving you an opportunity to show everybody you're not a monster, that you feel bad about what happened. Your hair is there, man. Your hair is there. That's right, buddy. See that? Look at it. See how easy? See this stuff right here, your hair? Yeah, it fell out of your head when you was moving the body, Stephen. That's right. Do you remember moving the body?
No.
Yes, you do, Stephen. Why, man? Why?
Why, Steve? For real.
Tell me, bud.
I didn't do it.
Yes, you did, Stephen. We want you to tell it so that way people understand you're not a monster. Things just, you got out of control. It's a sickness. Why'd you do it, Stephen?
I didn't do it.
Stephen, why are you going to keep telling
Steven's,
that?
boy, he's sticking to that.
You hurt that girl.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, Stephen. You hurt her, man. She was screaming. Screaming, Stephen. Why? And I know you feel bad about it. I can see it in your face. What came over you, man? What happened, Stephen?
Boy,
I don't know.
acting or not.
God damn, he
I know
pissed me
you
off.
don't know.
I know it was from.
You couldn't control it, could you?
I didn't do it.
Stephen!
He on the program.
They
like
steal
4
your
months.
hair and take it over there? They didn't, did they? That's right. It's all sinking in right now. He knows, is what you're thinking. Stephen, I don't want it to be a game between me and you. I know it hurts, and I know you're not an awful person and you want to tell it. Your hair was there, Stephen. We've all known it all along. We wanted just to give you an opportunity to tell what happened. Did y'all have sex?
Make you just wanna.
No.
Did you try to have sex?
No.
You think about having sex?
No.
Liar. What kind of man doesn't think about having sex? You said earlier you like girls,
Especially
right?
a man that watch
Yes.
porn.
You said she's a pretty girl, right?
Yes.
What'd you do to her, Stephen?
I didn't do anything.
You're lying. You hurt that girl.
No, I didn't.
Sure it did. And that's why you're having this massive meltdown right now.
The detective quite literally repeats the phrase, "You hurt that girl," to which Stephen responds, "No, I didn't." And this goes on for the best part of 20 minutes. Perhaps the detective's strategy was to induce mental exhaustion, yet it had no effect whatsoever.
Why did you hurt that girl?
I didn't.
Why'd you hurt her, Stephen?
I didn't.
You hurt her, Stephen.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You take this from me. You don't deserve to look at it. Just stay right here, okay?
Okay.
I appreciate all your cooperation tonight, okay?
Okay.
Act like he lost his mind or something. Took over.
All right, we're getting ready to go. I just need to discuss a few more things with you.
The lead detective now abandons the pursuit of any sort of admission. He instead proceeds to belittle and humiliate the suspect as much as possible. It may have a tactical purpose, but it's more likely out of frustration, alongside the fact he is certain of the suspect's culpability.
Where you, I know earlier today you told me you stayed home all weekend, right, in your apartment.
Yes.
Did anybody see you? Did you talk to anybody over the weekend? Were you on your computer all weekend? Is there anything I can look at that I can say he couldn't be involved because he was on the computer, or he was online on a porn site, or he was online doing college work, or anything that would exclude you as being involved altogether? I mean, did anybody see you this weekend at the house? Did you go out to get a newspaper? Did you wave to a neighbor? Or you just locked yourself in all week?
Yes.
Nobody saw you?
No.
Just lock yourself
I
in
mean,
all week.
what, do you just stay in the house all day?
Yes.
I mean, what do you do all day in the house? I mean, you've always done that your whole life? You don't have no friends?
I
How
have,
can you go your whole life without a friend?
I have friends.
Where they at? Hmm?
Where you at?
Where they at? You have any friends here in Macon?
Yes.
Name one, because everybody I talked to said they ain't your friend.
Bonnie Ranger, Cass Lawson, Ashley Morehouse, Carlin Love.
That's the same people I talked to today.
And
They're
it's not your friend.
The same people you talk to.
Okay.
One of the reasons interrogations are so fascinating is the ethical vacuum it creates for everyone inside its bubble. In any other circumstance, the detective's behavior here would be considered cruel and reprehensible. He's essentially bullying the suspect, yet the empathy we would normally have is now stripped away through the impression of retribution. We know this person has done something horrific, and the treatment he is now receiving is merited through his own actions.
They're not your friend. I mean, it's all over anyways. I just wanted to know what was going on tonight. The game's over. I mean, we know what you did to her, so we just want to know if you were going to tell us or not.
I didn't do anything.
Well, that's what you say. But we know different. So you're fucked either way. You're fucked. We already know. We know you killed her. We know you put her body in the trash can. News media knows it.
Cut her all up.
Glenda knows it, your mother. Your sister knows it. Your sister's husband knows it. The one that used to beat your sister. He knows it. You know what he said? He said he's a crazy motherfucker, is what he said. I called him.
Crazy man.
That's your own family calling you crazy. Nobody wants to see you. Nobody's coming to visit you. So you can sit there with that dumb look on your face.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
let him
over.
know. It's over. Give it up.
Give that whole act up. It's over.
Dumb.
The entire interrogation took over 2 hours. When sped up by 20,000%, you truly get a glimpse of how remarkable the suspect's catatonic performance was.
Yeah, it was remarkable.
Look, he just try to win them over by that act.
Mm-hmm.
But they already got the evidence and stuff.
Crazy. Couple words types.
His mother came to speak with him soon after this moment, and although he maintained his innocence, he immediately snapped out of the zombie-like character. It's difficult to interpret the reasoning behind the performance, whether it was a pre-planned strategy, improvised in the moment, or some type of psychological breakdown is unclear. But whatever it was, it evidently seemed to work, as the interrogators got nothing. The suspect's behavior was so abnormal, they were essentially at a loss with what to do, or where to even start with a specific plan of attack. The evidence, however, was irrefutable. Hundreds of pictures of Lauren were discovered on Stephen's flash drive, along with multiple video recordings of inside her apartment. A hacksaw was found in a supply closet of the apartment complex, and it was marked red with what was later identified as Lauren's blood through DNA testing. The packaging for the exact same hacksaw was found in Stephen's apartment. When confronted with the evidence, he took a plea deal to avoid the death penalty and was rendered a life sentence without the possibility of parole. He is currently being held at the high-security Hancock State Prison in Sparta, Georgia.
I wish we could have heard him talk to his mother and how he just
Switched
snapped
up
out
from
of
the
it.
zombie.
Yeah, instead of
couple
becoming a
words.
lawyer, he could have been a damn fucking actor.
Yeah,
Excuse my
he did
language.
that. He
Because
did
he
that.
really was pissing me off. I don't know. And when that detective put in his hand,
he wanted to get
I think
him.
he wanted to probably knock him, probably knock that craziness out of him. Or something. Yeah,
boy. Y'all were aggravated, man. I know y'all got aggravated too.
Yeah,
y'all wanted to
man.
put hands on him, just acting like that. But then they can see on the camera you switch up when your mother come in. Most likely, we didn't get to see it, but
had all that evidence, and you still trying to play like you don't know. Oh, I don't know. No,
crazy.
Save it.
You ain't that dumb though.
Save it. You did it, and now her parents got to go through that.
He said his own family. Y'all let us know how y'all feel about this down below in the comment section. Don't forget to watch your surroundings at all times. At the day and night, stay safe out here,
please.
Yo,
and buy extra protection for your door, door, like the what's that the little lock thing, and then there's like a little stick thing we got to put up under your door, and it's another thing you can put in between like the door, you know, like the one you had,
so y'all check those things out. Just stay safe out here. Check the rest of the videos out as well. We hope y'all have a good night or day wherever y'all may be. We catch you on next video.
Catch y'all next one.